Hello, my dear Capricorns. As I'm tuning into you and your reading, the first thing that I get is a sense of, so now what? And when I look at you, it's like you're sitting on a mesa or a high point, looking out over the landscape of, I'm going to say a desert, but it's the desert with desert flowers and other mesas. Like there's a horizon there, and it's full of potential when you look closely at it, but it's not all revealed immediately. You have to kind of take the time to zero in and realize that this shade here is actually a plant, and when you focus on it, you see the colors. And I think that's probably the essential element of this reading, is that it feels to me as though, Capricorn, you're sitting there and you're saying, I'm not even sure what I should be feeling. I'm not sure what I should be thinking. It's almost as though you've got this sense of, even if you were told you could manifest your future like that, you wouldn't really know what you'd want to manifest. Normally, you could rely on your brain, your intellect, your reasoning to give you an idea of where to go, but you don't even really have any ideas that excite you or interest you enough to say, yes, I would manifest that if I could. And so what it feels like to me is what you're doing, what you're being called to do, and I believe what many of you are starting to do already, is to get a sense of what it is you're feeling. And in the past, it would have been, what should I be feeling? Or what do I think I would want to feel? But it's like, I'm getting this sense, back it up, back it up, back it up. Just sit where you are for now. And really be aware of the fact that the past is the past. Whatever was there, no remorse, no guilt. There's no reason to go back. It's really now about saying, okay, if I'm going to acknowledge the fact that there is some kind of divine presence, some kind of higher conscious mind, source, that is operating through me, through nature, through the world around me. Can I take a chance on letting that be my guide? And how will I know if I'm being guided? Well, you don't. That's part of what the journey is about. But the card that I get that comes up as I'm talking about this is love. And I think it goes beautifully with prayerfully, because what is love? Love is something that emanates from us. It's not something that our mind creates. It's the essential nature of who we are. And that by focusing on the understanding of higher conscious mind, source, divine love, compassion, what we do is we ignite it in ourselves. We ignite what is already there. We bring it to life. It's like priming the pump. We get it flowing and we get it moving. And that's really what it feels like this step of your journey is about. It's about focusing on what you genuinely like in the world around you. What do you like in yourself? But using your mind, of course, because you got a mind, it's going to work. But use it in conjunction with your heart, and use it within the context of that prayerful place, and that prayerful place, that prayerful space being the understanding that you are more than you have been, that you are more than you think you are, that we all are, and that there is a divine interconnectedness between all beings, and also all experiences, past and present and future. And that, how do you know what the next thing is for you? You follow your little joys. You follow those experiences like pearls on a string, one thing at a time, and it creates your future. That's what you do. And this is a place where you get to apply that approach. You get to seek out those things that are relevant to you now, that excite you, that interest you, that you only get to know when you let yourself slow down enough and touch into a sense of that bigger reality that you're able to actually really feel what those things are and where they might take you. And, you know, it may start out by being something simple like you really like being by the ocean. So you go and you take a trip and you spend a couple of weeks by the ocean. Or you let yourself, maybe what you really love is opera. And you allow yourself to, if not go to the opera, then go to live streams of the opera. And all of that, what that does is, as you're opening to the joyful experience, it opens more of that heart connection. And that heart connection is what we want. We want that heart connection connected to the mind. We want the two working together now, Capricorn. Because when they work together, oh my gosh, they're so powerful. So you're being asked, really, within the context of this, if there is something from the past that you need to forgive, or that you have not forgiven, that you look at it, or I shouldn't say that, if you have thought you've forgiven it, but what you've really only done is gone, yeah, okay, well, that's all right, but not really engaged in the idea of, you know what, we're all here to live and learn, and we make mistakes. So can I do that? Can I let all of that go by focusing on love and realizing there really is no room for remorse or guilt towards you or anyone else? That's one of the things that will kind of put a veil over you, keep the sunglasses on in a way where you can't see the colors of the future. So we want to take that off. We want to engage in really focusing on the likes, the goods, that prayerful, inclusive attitude, that deeper sense of loving, and that sense of, you know, there's a beautiful expression that comes up here, and that is, once you take steps or action towards a goal or intention, it ceases to be trying and becomes doing. And I think that's wonderful. Remembering, however, Capricorn, that doing doesn't have to be going out and building a building or getting a job or doing a contract. Doing can be sitting with intention, with a prayerful attitude, and engaging in the things that you like. And I think I like this particularly, the trying versus doing part, because what you're doing by taking these small steps is you are doing those small steps towards enjoyment, towards pleasure, towards looking towards the horizon and seeking out the color and the beauty. That is doing, okay? I'm going to leave you with that, Capricorn. But I love it because you've got a beautiful, beautiful scape in front of you with amazing colors that you are discovering and that you will discover more of when you let go of just thinking that you've got to figure it out. Okay, Capricorn? Take care.